February 15th election. 41,000 people returned to ballots. 200,000 people were too lazy to get off their butts and vote. In 2020, I received 51,000 votes in the 49th district, the most any Republicans ever received, including an Asian Republican in this district, ever, for the 49th Assembly District. 51,000 votes, and 41,000 voters voted in February 15th. Had those 51,000 voters voted on June 15th for Burton Brink, that voted in 2020, I would be your state assemblyman right now. So do you see how important it is to get off you guys do, but now you need to tell your voter, your neighbors, to tell them they've got to get off their butts and vote their values. That's what's so important. People have forgotten that, and they just say, okay, Asian name, I'm voting for the Asian. Or Hispanic name. Yes, they do. Don't tell me they don't, because I've gone door to door, and that's exactly what they tell me. I voted for the Asian guy. Why? Because he's Asian. That's what we do. I'm Asian. I vote, right? Okay. I have a son who's Asian, so for people that don't know me, I'm part of the Asian community. Yet, an Asian's not voting for me. So why? Because that's what is in their mind. We have to support our race. Okay. How about supporting the human race? And how about voting for the person that follows your values? That's what I'm all about, to make sure you have that voice in Sacramento. The representative we have right now supports Gascon. Okay? Now, again, we were talking about the crime. We don't feel safe in our homes right now. We have 2 El Monte police officers that were shot and killed, murdered. Okay? They were murdered. Family men who grew up in El Monte. 49th Assembly District. Mike Fong showed up to the candlelight vigil because he's a sitting assemblyman. I was there too.
Criminals. Yeah.
He supports criminals. He votes for that.
Yeah.
He does not know what it's like to work in the street. He does not know what it's like to get shot at. He does not know what it's like to pick up a child who's been shot in the street. I do. I know what it's like when your car gets broken into and what it feels like for you to have to sit there and tell me what items were stolen. To him, it's not a big deal. To me, it is, because I'm talking to you. I'm seeing how hurt you are because you were violated. But we have these politicians who think they know what it's like to support law enforcement. Oh, I support my police, I support my police, and then they turn around and they vote against the police. AB 109, Proposition 47, Proposition 57, Democrat controlled. Guess who wrote Proposition 40, or co-wrote Proposition 47? George Gascon.
Yes.
George Gascon, our DA, who refuses to uphold his oath and follow the current law, just the current law we have right now, right? Everybody's complaining about gun violence. So let me tell you about gun violence. The suspect that killed these 2 El Monte police officers should have been in jail. That's not a lie. I'm not making this up. He was supposed to be sentenced to 32 months in jail in February 2021. He was offered that as a plea deal prior to Gascon getting sworn in. When Gascon got sworn in, he got rid of all gun enhancements. This is a felon suspect who has been caught with a gun and who has been caught with ammunition, who had a lengthy record and was on probation for being in jail as a felon with a gun. And Gascon removes that and gave him 2 years probation. 2 years probation. Had he given the 32 months that he should have received, he would be in jail right now, and those 2 El Monte police officers would have been home with their family and their children on Father's Day, where they belong. Okay? Voting has consequences, and if you don't vote your values, this is what we get.